petition is granted.
The end of Brian Banks' ordeal was marked by tears after a judge threw out the rape charge that had sent him to prison for more than 5 years.
My only dream in the world was to just be free and to have the same opportunity as everybody here.
He was a 16-year-old star linebacker with a full-ride scholarship to USC and had dreamed to play in the NFL when in 2002, a classmate accused Banks of raping her in the stairwell of their Long Beach high school. Although Banks insisted it was consensual and there was no sex, he told KCBS TV that his defense attorney at the time gave him a choice: plead no contest to rape or risk a trial that could send him to prison for life.
When you go into that courtroom, the jury is going to see a big black teenager and you're automatically going to be assumed guilty. Those are her exact words.
He took the deal, went to prison, and had to register as a sex offender. He thought that was the end of it. But after he was released, came a surprise. A friend request on Facebook from his accuser, Juanetta Gibson.
I remember closing the laptop just like real quick and just like thinking, like, what did I just see?
So Banks arranged a meeting with a private investigator who videotaped the whole thing.
No, he did not.
Gibson later explained she hadn't wanted to say that publicly for fear of losing a $1.5 million settlement that her family had gotten after suing the school district.
I may not ever get the answers as to why I was supposed to go through what I went through, but I know that I'm here today and I remain unbroken.
Unbroken and working to get his life back on track. Those dreams of playing in the NFL, he says, might be realized yet.
He spent 16 years in prison after being wrongly convicted of rape. His accuser, a best-selling author, is now apologizing, saying she's truly sorry. But how do you undo such a life-altering mistake? Here's Les Trent.
Tears of joy as a man wrongly accused of rape is exonerated after spending 16 years in prison. Anthony Broadwater, now 61 years old, broke down in tears when he heard the judge throw out the conviction.
Mr. Broadwater cannot get those 16 years back.
His accuser was Alice Sebold, author of The Lovely Bones, which was made into a major movie starring Mark Wahlberg.
It's gonna be okay. My dad knows I'm here.
Her rape at age 18 took place when she was a college student in upstate New York, years before she became famous. Sebold says it happened here in this 76-acre park overlooking Syracuse University, where she was a freshman. Months went by and there was no arrest. Then, one day, Alice Sebold was walking down this street and she says she came face to face with the man who attacked her. It was Anthony Broadwater. He was found guilty after Sebold took the stand and identified him as her rapist.
The people that knew me and know my character, they know that wasn't me.
Doubts about his guilt were raised when movie producer Timothy Mucciante started investigating the story as he prepared to make a movie based on Sebold's memoir about the rape called Lucky.
Anyone who reads the transcript of the trial and compares it to her book, there's quite a lot that's omitted that a reader would look at and say, you know, this doesn't add up, just like I did.
Sebold, now 58 years old, had nothing to say as she walked her dog in San Francisco, where she lives.
Anything to say to Anthony Broadwater?
But on Tuesday, she issued a public apology to Broadwater in which she acknowledged he had been wrongly accused. I am sorry most of all for the fact that the life you could have led was unjustly robbed from you. And I know that no apology can change what happened to you and never will.
What do you think of that apology?
If it's sincerely from my heart, I can accept it.
Cheryl Bates is 34 weeks pregnant. Apparently, that wasn't so obvious to a police officer in Pineville, North Carolina.
And he asked what was under my shirt. Initially, I thought he was joking, so my response first was, twins.
Bates was doing some back-to-school shopping at this Staples on Friday.
Some hand sanitizer. Mid-transaction, a police officer who was already monitoring the store approached me and insisted that he wanted to speak with me.
When she told him she was pregnant, she says he didn't believe her.
At that point, to avoid him asking me again, I actually lifted my shirt just a little bit, just exposed my belly, just so you can see that, no, it's just I'm just a regular pregnant person buying school supplies, notebooks.
Police say a Staples manager asked the officer to speak with her because the manager believed Bates may have been concealing merchandise.
When I confronted her about what happened, she admitted that, you know, in the past we've had a lot of people putting school supplies or merchandise in their clothes and hiding. So I asked our officer to reach out to you. No mom should have to go through that.
The manager.
逃したか。